Wizards Beyond Waverly Place reboots a beloved Disney show, but the new cast has a lot in common with their predecessors from Wizards of Waverly Place. It's been more than a decade since Wizards of Waverly Place ended in 2012, and the subsequent one-off special, The Wizards Return, Alex vs. Alex, but now, the show is finally back. However, considering the time between the shows, the cast has grown up, and as a result, it wasn't possible to bring everyone back again. Despite this, the new series, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, feels eerily similar to the original show, and for good reason. Throughout the series, several new characters are introduced alongside David Henry, who returned to reprise his role as Justin Russo throughout Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. And while the characters may be new, it seems the show has repeated the formula for the earlier success, simply casting new characters in the roles of the originals. Billy equals Alex Russo. Front and center, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place needed a strong female lead, who is able to exude cool energy, and has a particular talent for magic. In the original show, Selena Gomez tackled the role of Alex Russo, the only daughter in the Russo family, and the most gifted magician of the kids. Despite her laid-back and occasionally lazy attitude, Alex was always able to find a way to use magic to get what she wanted. Unfortunately, it usually backfired, but she generally learned her lesson after the first mistake. In Wizard Beyond Waverly Place, Janice Leanne Brown slots perfectly into this role. While she may not be a Russo by blood, Justin is more than willing to welcome her into his family, and accepts the role of training her to harness her gifts. Billy grew up in the wizarding world, so she has an advantage over Alex due to her early exposure to magic, but her rebellious nature caused her to be dismissed by every wizard tutor who worked with her. Despite her incredible gift, she is rejected, and feared, due to her reckless use of her magical abilities, so it's fitting that Billy was picked up by Alex, who admired her kindred spirit. Alex dropped Billy off to Justin's home, and now, she has settled into the role of a sister to Roman and Milo. She is sassy, disobedient, and quick to use magic even when she shouldn't, but there's no denying that her gift is special. Billy has a lot to learn, but with a great teacher like Justin, her odds of successfully mastering her powers is sky high. 4. Roman Russo equals Justin Russo. Meanwhile, Roman, Justin and Giada's oldest son, is an eccentric young man. Unlike most of his peers, he gets a thrill from studying, doing tests and quizzes, and he shares a similar sense of humor to his quirky dad, Justin Russo. It's fitting then that Roman should be the clear replacement for the uptight older brother who wants to stick to the rules, but is often easily persuaded to use magic to improve situations that could be managed without it. In the original series, Justin Russo was seen as the buzzkill, who tried to make Alex see when she was making poor choices, but usually just ended up being dragged along on adventures. Justin felt strongly about academia, and spent considerably more time than either of his siblings studying, abiding by the rules, and following the advice of their parents, Jerry and Teresa. Meanwhile, Roman seems to have many of these characteristics in an even more exaggerated and comical way. Roman doesn't just enjoy homework and rule following, he loves it. Billy causes Roman constant frustration with her willingness to break the rules and essentially cheat her way to popularity. However, Roman, like Justin, often finds himself dragged along for the ride, and occasionally lets down his uptight guard in order to enjoy the moment. In Wizards of Waverly Place, Max Russo is the youngest child in the family, and due to his youth, he often missed out on adventures that his brother and sister had. However, Max didn't feel left out or upset by his siblings' closeness. Instead, he pursued his own passions and found plenty of ways to make his own fun. While Alex and Justin were out getting into trouble, Max would often work on his own recipes for sandwiches, and he had a fun and quirky sense of humor.